And my aunts and uncles and my cousins are all there, and I've finally decided to speak publicly about how I feel about my brother. Oh, and his name is Brian. Brian, where to start? I can't believe you've graduated. You're like an adult or something now. That cute little annoying blonde kid is now a tall, good-looking, somewhat less annoying adult. We've certainly come a long way since you came home from the hospital almost 19 years ago. I don't remember it, but according to Mom, after a few days of watching this new little baby come into our house, I finally said, he can go home now. Of course, Mom and Dad ignored my wishes, but I wasn't going to give up so easily. No, I was a good big sister and made sure to have a fit over just about everything you did. And you were a good little brother who worked hard to be as bratty as possible. Now, we got into a lot of arguments, and though I can't remember everything that started them, it was Mom or Dad who usually finished them. And they always made the same speech. Someday, it'll just be you two. If you keep fighting like this, you won't have each other's love when you're older. Well, at the time, I didn't much care about our adult lives, but it must have meant something, because the older I got, the more I realized we didn't fight as often as other siblings did. And the older I got, the more I realized just how grateful I was for the fact that we still cared about each other. Even though we pretended to hate each other from time to time, we stuck up for one another when it really counted. Now, when you were in middle school, things were a little bit different. You avoided your homework at all costs. You argued with Mom and Dad more than I ever got away with. And I couldn't stand most of your friends. I was worried for a while when you started high school, afraid your friends would pull you down, change you forever, take my little brother. We prayed so hard for you that God would bring someone who could be a better influence on you. You still spent a lot of time with the same people, but one weekend you came home from school talking about getting a job where some new friend of yours was working. Looking back, I think I was worried that you couldn't do it. The tendency of a big sister. Fortunately, your boss-to-be saw something in you that the rest of us didn't. Before I knew it, you were responsible. Suddenly you wanted to be on time wherever you went. You wanted to do better at school so Dad would let you keep working. But most of all, you wanted to give. Sure, you spent a lot of money on yourself, what 16-year-old wouldn't? But you quickly saw the reward in helping a friend. And you insisted on buying people lunch, lending them a few bucks to go to the movie theater. And once you got your license, you insisted on giving anyone a ride who needed one. As awesome as all this was, there was still one more thing that you needed. Last summer, the answer to our prayers finally arrived when Pastor Carlos and his wife Jen came to lead our dormant youth ministries. You have changed so much since then. It's almost impossible to believe that he's been here for less than a year. But you are on fire for Jesus. You have wonderful friends and mentors and continue to change the lives of everyone around you with love, kindness, patience, generosity, and a sense of humor that is actually funny. You've even pulled me into the group, and I've made new friends. And you've pulled my college friends in too. Brian, I have heard a number of people say a number of nice things and amazing things about you, and I am staggered by how much God has blessed me with such a wonderful brother. I thank him every Monday night when we meet for Bible study for coming in like a whirlwind at exactly the right time, turning everything around for the better. You'll always be my little brother. But I can't wait to see the man that God has been preparing you to be. And to see the plan that I know he has in store for you. Happy birthday, Brian, and keep up the good work.